Okay, here we go, guys. We have a few packs saved up, but what we're looking to do in the not too distant future, by the end of this video, is to have whacked open a mid-icon player pick. Likely our last, but I did 35, 80 plus player picks earlier, and that kind of ran through a lot of my my low rated cards, and it meant that I got some decent enough fodder. I got that Rafa Guerrero for birthday. He's not very much. And I got a Jeremy Doku, but 2 in 35 is not bad. However, what we really want, and the reason I did the icon player pick, is because we had fodder to do it, and we had dupes that we had to get rid of. So we've whacked them in. These packs so far have been awful. There's one 85 rated squad that we need to do. We've got players for it for the most part, but we might need to buy one, maybe two, higher rated cards. That'll do. That's mostly for one. So Ruben Diaz, that's an 87. So we're definitely only going to have to buy one high rated card. Oh, we might not have to buy any. Absolutely lovely double walkout. Mats Hummels in there as well. Can the second row Electrum be as good? Just bought an 85 wouldn't go amiss though. 83 Marco Asensio. Okay, not too bad. We've also got a relatively stacked transfer list because of all of the things we've opened. What are the odds on 100k pack? 9.1%. It's actually quite high, but yes, we've got this mid-icon pick. We did do the prime pick yesterday. I did not send it in the group chat because it was dreadful. In fact, so dreadful that that player has already gone. Mr. Toe Sucker himself has already gone. Does not exist in this team anymore. Fucking Pool Skulls. How atrocious do you want to get? I hope we got the chem. It's probably one of the few things that I would be moderately concerned about. Okay, we're just shy on the chemistry. Did I say chemistry a moment ago? I meant rating, and I hope we've got the rating. Just because I truthfully don't know if we will. We should be able to put the chem together for this without too much trouble. I mean, we're basically there. So if we take out Dusan Tadic and work out what rating we need, 87 would do it, 85 would not, 86 would. So what we need an 86 rated Premier League player. So whack on over to Footbin and have a gander at the cheapest 86 rated card on the market. Because this will determine who we buy. 86, 86, filter by rating. I know you guys can't see this. I'm just doing it very quickly, hopefully. Riyad Mahrez, 17k. That should be enough. I think that should be enough, Kim. I'll tell you what, let's double check. We're not using that 91 Mahrez. No way, Jose. 86 rated Mahrez. Wouldn't give us enough chem. If we made him a centre mid, still don't think he would. What about a Lorente? Let's see if we can get Marcus Llorente 17k as well. Put up to 18 and see if we can get a striker version, because that would be good enough. Put on forward. Same 23. Feel like that's probably worth it, and I can't be asked to wait any longer. 20 and a half, perfect. Whack him in. Send it. We have the player pick. Let me just get OBS back up here. And then what we're going to want, before we open this player pick, is to cover everything. So let's make this nice and wide, so it covers the page, and we're good to go. So open it. Should have opened. You click in, go across one, I think it is. I always do two, and I think it's only one. Let's have a look. No, it's two. Okay, 87 physical. Low stamina's annoying, but high strength. Probably a centre back off that basis. No, it's going to be the midfielder. High physical, high defending. This looks like SEN. Looks like SEN on face value. Oh, awful agility and balance. Gattuso maybe, mid Gattuso. Passing's awful. Shooting's awful. Pace is awful. The card's awful. It's Midsole Campbell. Yeah, no. No, thank you. That's awful. We do then have a second card. 85 physical, good stamina. Low jumping probably means he's quite, I would guess, quite tall or quite short. Usually one end of the spectrum or the other. Heading accuracy is awful, which means he is short. And high defending means he's a short defender, maybe Cannavaro, or a central midfielder. Short central midfielder. Pirlo? Possibly, I think Pirlo's aggression would be lower. Very mediocre dribbling and very low dribbling. Probably a fullback actually then on this basis. Fullback with, yeah, I always guess it's a fullback. Who could it be with 86? Is it Zanetti? Maybe awful shooting. 78 pace. It's a centre back. I don't know which one. It's not. It's a defensive midfielder. It's Claude Makelele. So third and finally, again, interesting physicals, like not great, not awful. It's an attacker with high dribbling. I feel like it's going to be a duplicate, but at the same time, I want Dino. Passing's 88. I don't know who it is. The curve's quite low, but it's a good attacking midfielder by the looks of it so far. Shooting's 86. Okay, so it's not going to be anything outrageous. But is it like a Zola or a Del P? 90 pace as well. I mean, I don't know who it is. Simply, if we see now, based on that, it looks like a good card. Could it be Butra? It's Luis Figo. It's not a good card. I stand corrected. It's not a full card. Disappointing that Figo looks halfway decent. What that means is we don't really. Let's check what FUT says about these three and what their prices are, because it's not good. But let's make the most of what we've got. Figo, Makalele, mid, and Sol Campbell. I'm leaning towards Sol Campbell just as a centre back option. Figo is the most expensive. I don't really want to take a winger. Makalele is the least expensive. In-game stats wise, I mean, Campbell's awful, but he's a centre back. Yeah, I'll tell you what, let's take Sol Campbell. However awful he may be, however cheap he may be, he gives us an option. I'll tell you what, just before we finish off, let's see if we can build 5 PPs as a sign off for what ended up being a rather awful couple of seconds, couple of minutes. Like that over there. There we go. That's 1. Let's try and get to 5. That'll make it 40 on the day, which would be quite a big number to be fair for cards. I could have done a probably with the players I got, with the players I had in the club. I probably could have done Mkhitaryan, but do I really care about Henrik Mkhitaryan? Grand scheme of things, probably not. Let's try and take maybe Premier League players if you've got them. 1, 2, and then whack a random in there. That should give us enough chem. He says hopingly, without really knowing for certain. No one else is there. So let's go to commons and pull one back. That should do it. That's 2, and then we've got just do a couple more, do up to 5 and rip them open in the hope of getting something decent. And then I'll just do a quick club rundown, I think, after that, just to end off what will hopefully be a relatively short little video, just demonstrating the squad that we've got in place and a couple of other elements. So Gaeta, there you go, that'll do. There we go. That one much easier. Just 2 more. We also got our highest weekend league of the year, finished on 14 wins yesterday. That is after coming back, arriving in country off of the plane at 10 o'clock yesterday morning, and then basically just jumping on FIFA at some point later yesterday, and it was a doddle. I played all the way through playoffs. I got all of the Silver Stars games done in. I got 4 of them done in playoffs, and then did the last 4 in actual rivals, and I went 4-1 with the silver squad just to start that off, which I was mighty impressed with. Then switch over to the god squad, and it was a decent couple of games. Finished on 14 Got absolutely fuck all from awards, but we have 5 player picks to rack through. Dries Mertens 84 is not a bad start. John Stones 83 is not. If we get 83s in all of them, it'll be all right. But if we can get a FUT birthday out of one of them, it'll be pretty exciting. Or a walkout. Give us a walkout, one of the last 2. Still, we're keeping up that minimum. 83 minimum. And an 87 Castiles. That I will take. That's pretty good. He can be very useful. Oh, we've got a pack as well. But this is the state of the squad as it stands. Petr Cech has played 591 games. Cafu's played 158. Kozza's played 288. Varane's played 212. Cancelo 211. Renato's up to 606. Eusebio's just gone over 100 games played. Kakare, who I bought, on 41. Mane, who I bought, has played 42. That first owner, Johan Cruyff, 154 games. Sami Eto'o has played 25. We do have a stacked bench with Maradona, who I don't particularly like as a card, but I'm going to play with more because it's Maradona. We had Mahrez, who I really haven't played with much. He's been pretty good when I've used him, but always off the bench, never on full cam. Obviously, we've still got Vinny, and then this Origi card's actually pretty good. He's not lights out good, but he's pretty useful. And then obviously we've got our inform Messi, who has played 509 games. It'll probably be over 750 if I hadn't taken him out of the squad to redo it. I basically have most people, Kakare and Eto'o and Maradona as centre forwards. So I can kind of play them at striker or at cam, depending on what's best. I see the manager needs a contract. We'll whack that on. We've also got that Emil Smith Rowe as well, who I really enjoyed when I used him. But the 2 investments we've got are Sadio Mane, who saw they were bought for 1.635, is already 200k up. I expect that to be higher. I expect it to be at least 1.9 before Liverpool play tomorrow night. And then if they go up in the game, I will probably try and sell him then. I don't think I'll wait. I would love to wait because obviously I expect him to become 94, and this card will be insane. There's a 94, 99 acceleration, 96 sprint speed. It will just be absolutely crazy. But when you've just got the ability to do that and play with Maradona, there's no point me having that 1.8, 1.6 million invested in him. So I think that will be the plan. And we've also got a Gareth Bale, who I think up to 210. He is going up a little bit, I think. But again, he's just kind of a hit and hope because if Madrid win the tie and consequently, or the game and consequently the tie, he got to 91, and I think he'll shoot up to at least 300k. So I feel like it's not a bad investment. Worst case scenario is I lose a little bit of coins on Bale, but I'll make the coins on Mane. And other than that, Kakare is the only other player that I've bought in the squad. He's probably dipped a bit since I bought him. Yeah, 260. He's dropped down a fair bit by the looks of it, but probably 215-ish. But he is so good. I mean, his dribbling is out of this world. And with the defensive boost that he gets from the shadow and the pace boost he gets from the shadow, he is just lightning quick. Superb passing, superb dribbling. Cannot recommend him enough. And he obviously plays alongside the man, the myth, the legend in Renato Sanchez, who, as I said, has played 606 games for us, almost all of them at DM. He scored 43 goals in that time, 104 assists. He has been a monster. If I could change one player in the squad, it would be Kozza. I don't mind Koza, but I'm not convinced that he is, you know, the guy going forward. This Jason Denier card is interesting. If we, try and do a side-by-side comparison, his agility is better, his balance is lower. Again, I'm not going to worry about things that are that close because this Denier card should hopefully go up at least to an 86, possibly higher. And obviously the defensive stats are going to be much the same and the physical stats much the same. I feel like it's 6-1 half does the other because has been such a loyal servant for me. I can't really get rid of him. I think the ideal and what I'm trying to work towards would probably just be to buy Team of the Year Ruben Diaz, slot him in there next to Varane, and Bob's your uncle. He gets the link to Renato being Portuguese, so that's wonderful. And other than that, I mean, there isn't really much else. Like I've got to do a game. It feels like everything's going swimmingly. But yeah, we've got one more pack here. This is from doing that last segment of the Icon Squad of Rare Mixed Players pack, guaranteed 81 plus. But we will use this to sign off for the video. It is just a board. It's John Stones, who will be a duplicate. Hopefully this pack is tradable, which it is. So that's that. Thank you for watching. It was an awful icon pick, but we've got some other club stuff gone through. So we'll see you in the next one.